Hey everybody, how is life treating you? This is your daily insight on life and love, and it is for April 10th, 2020, but it's also timeless. So wherever you're pulled to it in time, it's general, it's collective. If it doesn't resonate, don't try and make it resonate. And if it does, awesome, let me know either in the comments or reach out in personal message. I want to give a special thank you to all my new followers, all the new people who've been reaching out for my services. It's happening kind of fast. Well, it's happening faster, and I really like it, and I really love and appreciate every single one of you. So that being said, I was guided to kick this reading off with Archangel Raphael Healing Oracle cards from Doreen Virtue. Not PhD'd yet on this, but that's quite all right. And the basis of this part of the reading is, yes, this is going to mean a few things. Sunlight. Do more research. Consult a nutritionist. You're going to be working through this on various levels. Nutrition is just one of the little nooks and crannies. Expect a miracle. Second opinion. Okay, so this is talking about what I'm getting from this is you have generally the right insight on the situation. Your mind is correct on what either the culprit is or what is lying behind the scenes of this. You have to do a lot of checking in. You have to do a lot of checking in with people who you love and care about, who you genuinely love and care about. Okay, let's be real about this. Check in on those, even if you haven't spoken in a while. This is a time that I see that people are going to be reaching out. With the circumstances where we are in time. Oh, since it is timeless, wherever you're pulled to it in time, let me know what brings you here. If you are watching this from the future, we're dealing with the time of Corona. The entire planet is on lockdown, unless you're an essential worker. And isn't it absolutely blowing your mind what is a essential worker? Seriously, you guys are the true freaking hero. Everybody has their spot. It's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you guys are freaking amazing. You essential workers who are still going out while we're all in lockdown. I love you and thank you so much for your service. Genuinely mean that. You have a lot of checking in to do with your loved ones. A lot of this isolation is starting to get people, first off, either completely showing up for their life and shining in on their gifts and talents and life purpose or one of their life purposes, or it is causing them to have a complete meltdown. So if you haven't heard from somebody in a while, this is saying you should check in on them and check in on them often. So they might be going through something. You might be going through something. In all cases, this is talking about you reaching out and trying to navigate your way out of a potentially emotionally, mentally, spiritually negative situation if you are caught up in your head. A lot of people are going through an awakening right now. If you are struggling right now, then this is something that needs to be addressed. It doesn't mean that it's a weakness of any point. It is, in a way, very traumatic in a worldly experience. So you are not alone in that. It's not silly, it's not stupid, it's not any of those things. It is change, and it needs to be handled in a new way. So either you need to reach out for help and often do a lot of check-ins because you need that support, and that's completely okay to need that support. And either that or you need to check on your loved ones because they aren't reaching out and they still need the support. So use that to whatever you can. But also, in that reconnection, this reestablishment of relationship on whatever the level is, this is going to really do a lot of uplifting. It's going to accelerate the healing situation, not even just locally, but globally. And what else can you do in this situation? So it's talking about, okay, you might be in a funk, others might be in a funk, you might be in transition to something else. What can you do? Pay very close attention to what your body is saying, what it's craving. Is this something that is accurate, or are you reacting out of stress? Either way, honor your feelings, honor your system, honor your body. And I want you to, if you don't have the right ability to go out, look online. There are so many resources around you. You might be doing a purge and changing diet, but also since you are dealing with a stressful situation, this might be something to pay attention to. Again, how is your body reacting? Consult a nutritionist, do more research, yeah, and oh man, not just diet. How can you move around the home? How can you get your spirits up? I mean, some of you are going to have to be singing and dancing butt naked, and you're going to have to be okay with that, but also do it in an appropriate manner. You know what I'm saying. Not telling you to go streaking, not telling you to act inappropriate around inappropriate company. But you have to honor this change that's happening. And if you are not on the confident and waking side and stepping into purpose, and you are dealing with a slope, that's perfectly okay. Climb out of it. Do whatever it takes to climb out of it. I know it's not that easy. I know in saying that probably triggered a few of you wanting to punch me in the head. I get it. I would be annoyed too. But this is saying, consider the situation for what it is. Understand that it is potentially traumatic and that you are dealing with something very serious and that you need to take yourself into such consideration reaching out. And again, check on your loved ones often. This is going to get better soon. Yeah. But it's going to be clearly different on the other side of this. So that being said, understand that you're not alone. It is not silly. It's not stupid. It's not any of those things. Get off your tokus. See the value in yourself. See how loved you are and see how cared you are. And go get some help and go help others in the various ways that you can. So now we are going to go with the archetype cards. Let's see what this wants to say. So, the basis of this part of the reading is angel and the shadow attributes. So, acting innocent or angelic to mislead others, falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance. Somebody is wearing a false face mask. Why? This is where your true self should be shining through. This is a hugely transformative time in transmuting a lot of the shadow work, seeing where our emotions are, why are they there, what have I been muting out through all this distraction. So, oops. Oh, whoopsie doodle. Man, we're working with a lot of reversals on this. Don't be afraid of that. It's not terrible. It's just a thing. The shadow attribute of the wounded child is blaming all dysfunctional relationships on childhood wounds, resisting moving on through forgiveness. You are going to stick it to them because God damn it, you're going to make somebody pay. Bitches are going to pay. You are going to hurt too in this. And trying to avoid this situation, trying to spiritually, emotionally, mentally bypass something, it's going to hurt more. You've got to face this head on. You're dealing with a lot of heavy stuff right now. And since all the distractions have been wiped away, you are sitting with the elephant in the room. You got to start talking to it. Giving your willpower to an external authority out of fear of making your own choices. One more card. Exorcist. Freeing yourself and others of disruptive impulses. And what was this again? Slave? Okay, so giving your willpower out. It's not saying that you are going to do this, but please be mindful of this, because when push comes to shove and you are dealing with a wounded time in a wounded space, and this has been a really heavy few days. Everyone is going through an emotionally strained time. I had a moment yesterday with being completely overwhelmed, and I had to step away before I had a complete meltdown. You are human. You are going to have these experiences. Yes, you're ascending. Yes, you are going through a spiritual awakening. And guess what? You are still going to have these experiences throughout an awakening and out through an awakened life. But the point is, when you are going through an awakening, when you are awakened, even though you are still going to have these, you are going to have more tools to help with coping with them. And you are going to be able to transmute old memories of relationships into something that is much more to your advantage. So this coming up now, you're not throwing the blame on other people. Please be mindful of doing that. Face this situation for what it is. Exercise it, purge it. You are going through a massive purge right now, which is why we are so emotional right now. And this is... again, this is collective. If it doesn't make sense to you, don't try and make it make sense. Ask for clarification or let it fall away. But highly sensitive time. Let's not kid ourselves on that. With everything on this planet shut down, the great lockdown of 2020, the toilet paper run of 2020, it is something where you are going to be sitting in your discomfort, facing all those muted traumas that have gone on in your life. I don't care what the scale is. Yes, some people have had it worse off than you. Some people have had it better than you. The thing is with that is you have no ability to experience what they did for their perspective. It does not negate your experience and it does not dumb it down. So you are working through a lot of traumatic memory experience, either cellular, ancestral, through past life, issues that could be coming to the surface right now. But that's why you are checking in with other people, checking on your loved ones, because you've got to clear this, because you have so much ahead of you. You have such a fruitful life. You are stepping into so many life purposes. You got to clear the space for it right now. And I do see that, you are going through an ascension of some sort, and it is on no small scale. Yes, some people have faced their stuff head on, but it doesn't take away from all the growth that you have done or what you are doing right now. But see it for what it is and charge ahead of it. Make it, God, I'm trying not to be so crass with this, but freaking face this head on and knock it on its ass. Yeah, this is what you are going to be working on. You are not manipulative. You're not abusive in any of this. It is being accountable to your life. So I hope that that is making sense. Where are we going to now? And again, hey, if you're new to my channel, my name is Erin. Hi. I've been doing readings since 1998, so we're going on 22 years, and I freaking love it. Definitely part of my life purpose. Where are we going to now? Not feeling you. Okay, hold on. Almost lost you. Okay, babes, what are we looking at now? Oh yeah, you can find me on any social platform. Definitely say hello. Let me know where you are in the world. I'm in Dutchess County, New York. It's been a windy day. Yeah. Had an amazing session with one of my girlfriends. She is an amazing psychic in Vegas. She kept telling me in the reading to slow down. Thought I was already doing it. Apparently not. And she said that life was giving me all these signs and synchronicities to slow down. I thought I was doing it. Apparently I wasn't. I've been cooking since I was a toddler. I'm a total foodie. Know the kitchen like the back of my hand. So I'm cooking, doing something I have done numerous times. I'm being safe. I'm being careful. What do? The Brussels sprout rolls, and I do a deep gash on my hand. And it was hard, and it made this entire side of my thumb bruised, and it had a wound, not a wound, but an effect on the opposite side. So my thumb completely got jacked up, and I can't really use my hand for a lot of things, because if I do, it's going to disrupt the wound, and it's going to get hurt again. So life is forcing me to slow the hell down, which is being filled with other things. So it's reprioritizing. But pay attention to the signs and synchronicities that are happening around you. If it is telling you to do something for the love of Christ, do it, because it is going to keep knocking on that door until you answer. And soon it's going to be banging on that door. No exceptions. And I hate it. Don't you hate it? The basis part of this reading is soul family. What came out next? The initiation. You are going through the initiation. I hate it. Mine lasted years, and I'm finishing it up now. Years. Warrior woman, have you answered your deepest calling? Yeah, because guess what? They're going to keep calling. You can let that go to voicemail. You cannot answer the door. You can hide behind your couch and not answer the door. They are not leaving. You are going to answer that damn door. You could be deaf, blind, completely unaware of it. They're going to keep banging until you find your way to that door by some turn of events and open it and step into your damn purpose. It is such a pain in the butt. But you want to know what? You weren't drunk when you signed up for this life contract. I know that you feel that way. I know that you want to freak out on your spirit guides. I know that you want to freak out on some soul, family, and tribe. But guess what? This is on you. You did it because you knew that you are a total, incredible badass who can handle anything. So when it's at its hardest, that's when you are stepping up to the plate. You are kicking its ass. You are breaking a barrier and ascending. And you want to know what? You're not going to be in that position again. I'm not reading all those cards. Go to hell. Ugh. Should I? Why not? If it comes out again. Yes came out again. I still feel like there's one more. Sisterhood of the Rose. You know, God, I'm reading all of them, aren't I? I just am doing it. Oh, this is so obnoxious. I love it though. Let's see. So we have soul family. That's the basis of this reading. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. This is exactly what the beginning of the reading was telling you about. You have to check in with support and do it often. Also, check in on your loved ones if you haven't heard from them. This isn't a time to play games. This is a rite of passage, a time of ascension, a time of facing your shit because everything is quiet and muted and you are literally sitting with the elephant, if not elephants, in the room. The initiation, that's why you are so uncomfortable. Yes, I get it. There's so many people have faced their ascension. Yes, you're feeling like you haven't gotten through the other side yet. It's not a small feat. And you've done more than you realized. Answer your calling. I'm not joking. They will bang on that door until the end of time. You are going to serve the purpose that you signed up for. And it's pretty boss. Dance with life. Do something to change your energy. That is, you know, the dietary changes, the checking in with other people and doing it often, checking online resources, whatever books you happen to have lying around. I am a total bibliophile. I love books. I had walls of books, and now I have to replenish my books. Really upset by that. I had hundreds of cookbooks, hundreds of do-it-yourself books, philosophy books, all those things. I had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of books. Play, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. Just say yes. Say yes to the opportunity at hand. Say yes to the help. Say yes to the resources. Say yes to the ascension, to the process. This is a huge time of surrendering. The initiation isn't easy, but when given the opportunity to surrender to it and completely feel it out with, you know, either help or counsel or whatever the case, surrender to it. Don't drown out your emotions by ways of addiction, whatever that looks like. Keep in touch with your NA, AA, whatever your smokers support group is, whatever your support group is. This is a huge time for staying in touch with them. And if you haven't done that and you know you need to, get off your tuchus and do it, because this isn't a time to waste. You are so much more valuable than, you know, getting stuck in that. I get it. I get addiction. I have had a history with, you know, I come from a family of addicts and I have a history with alcohol. It's mindfulness and in the moment, and it is sometimes really difficult. But again, reach out, get your support, take it one day at a time. If you F up one day, your life isn't ruined, start again the next day. But be mindful, be accountable, be moving forward. I don't care if you are going as slow as possible, crawling like molasses in the wintertime. That's a Boston thing. That's a Boston saying, I think. But keep freaking going and face this initiation. It is going to come to pass. It is going to be on the, you're going to be on the other side of this. And my nose is itching. Oh, dear God. Say yes to the abundance, to the opportunities that are coming in. Like I was telling you earlier, I had that overwhelm earlier. And after that, after I had calmed down, I started the process of booking for a podcast show. I'm going to be on that talking about past life regression. And I'm I booked in a few new clients. You guys are amazing. Just keep going. Get at your base and then move on. So how can you get your vibration up in these downtimes, these times of overwhelm? Pay very close attention to what your body's telling you. If you need to sit there and eat junk food, sometimes that's what self-care looks like. Sometimes staying in bed all day is what self-care looks like. But you don't want to stay in those positions. That is when it starts to not be self-care. And what can you do to get your vibration up? You can obviously do diet. You can do exercise, get your endorphins going. You can detox, you know, whatever that looks like for you. You know, start eating less processed foods. What are some other things that you can do as far as self-care go? And that's actually something I really want to ask you. What does self-care look like to you, the person watching this? And how do you find yourself getting through unique times? This is a totally unique time that we have never had as a world before on this level, I think. Yes, we've had world wars and everything like that in the past. I'm not diminishing those in any sense. But our world has literally shut down from a coronavirus. So in a time like this, how are you doing self-care? How are you getting through it? And how can you help others, or how can you reach out? So if you have the ability to do so, either put that in a personal message or put that down in the comments below, because I would love to hear it and I would love to see you guys connect. And okay, so say yes to the new opportunities that are coming out. The more that you face this, it is going to pass. I know that it feels like it is never going to get through, or you are not going to get through this. This is too traumatic. You are feeling isolated. If you are feeling isolated, do whatever it takes to reach out. So I hope that this reading made sense. And if you are new, make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for a notification. If you want to book your own personal reading, check the description on how to do so. You can find me on any social platform, so definitely reach out and say hello. Let me know where you are in the world and see how I can help, or see how I can be a conduit. But I really look forward to hearing from you, and I love you all very, very much, and I'll talk to you soon. So until then, stay safe, have fun, take care of yourselves, because you're worth it, and you're a badass ascending boss. Bye for now.